Okay, hello everyone. I'm super excited for this Zoom tonight. She had told me her story, and I was just like amazed by it. And you guys, some people would hear her story and go through what she went through and just be like, I'm done. But that's not what she did. And I'm just so excited for you guys to hear her story, hear all of her tips. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. If you could go ahead and just start with sharing your story, kind of when you started, why you started, and what happened.
Alrighty, so I'm not gonna lie, I am so freaking nervous. I don't know what it is. Every time I talk on someone's Zoom that's just like not my people, I like freak out. I literally like they're already in the comments. So I texted my leaders. I'm just being super honest, you guys. Look at how like I'm turning red. I never turn red. I texted my leaders like right before we got on, and I was like, "You guys, can you please hype me up for a second?" I am terrified, and so they sent me voice messages and stuff, and they did what any gal pals do, and I'm so thankful for them. But I'm already like burning up. I don't know why I wear this flannel so much. Anyways, so I'm Caroline Floyd. I joined in April of 2018 for some extra sleep. um, Most people don't. Oh, thank you. No, most people do not. Like most people are like, I needed gas money, or I needed money to get my nails done, or I needed diapers, and I'm like, I just really wanted some sleep. I sometimes feel like the most selfish of all because nobody ever says sleep, and I'm like, I just wanted to sleep. Um, I was in college full time. I was working 80 hours a week at a veterans nursing home, and I was working 20 hours a week at a part-time retail clothing store. And so it equaled about 100 hours a week, give or take, and it was never 40. It was never a normal person. So when people are like, I work a full 40 hours, I'm like, what's that like? So I'm like, that sounds like cake. And you know, I scheduled about 4.5 hours of sleep in the middle of my day between like 11 a.m. and like 5 p.m. ish sometimes, and it just changed because my work hours changed all the time. And again, I joined for sleep and to lose weight. So I literally, you guys, I joined for um, really products. I saw a girl posting about products on Instagram, and I had been working so much and in my first year of school that I had gained 50 pounds and working night shift. I don't know if any of you guys have ever worked night shift before, but you eat stuff to stay awake that has a lot of sugar in it. You drink a lot of energy drinks that are so not good for you. Mine were the Mountain Dew Kickstarts, the fruit punch ones. Those were bae, but those are so bad for you. And I was just not doing what I needed to do. I wasn't sleeping right. And when you're not getting enough sleep, you gain weight. Like your body literally screams at you and like just like blows you up. And it's like, sleep, please. So I ordered the girl, I always emphasize this. The girl, I messaged her and I was like, hey, I really need to lose some weight. I explained my lifestyle and like how I eat and stuff, which was awful. And she was like, great. So everyone gets this $156 pack. That's not how she said it. It was a pack that doesn't exist anymore. It was called the Fit 30, and it was $156. That was like, I can't remember. I think it was like 100 BV. I don't know. I wasn't around then, but it pushed her to her double diamond promotion at the time when it like finished filling a 400 box that she really, really needed. And literally, since it was the first thing she recommended, and I came to her and I was like, I need help. She was like, all right, you need to lose a lot of weight. $156 pack. So I went and worked 2 more extra shifts, and those shifts covered the cost of that pack. And so that's why I'm always like, please don't be afraid to start big, because literally people are going to go with what you recommend. They will do what they can if they are desperate enough, just like me. So a month in, I was like, I really like this cleanse. The pack came with cleanse and coffee and wraps and greens and all energy, all sorts of stuff. And I was like, well, I liked the cleanse and all of these. So how do you make money doing this? And so I signed up with her to make money. 1 month later, I had to finish out my loyal customer program. How many of you went from LC to DT? Because I was one of those people. Your loyal customers will be your best distributors, you guys. So when I started, no friends or family wanted to help me. I had recently lost a lot of friends. I had a lot of life going on. I dropped out of high school, then in February of my senior year, got my GED, and then I went to college, and nobody liked me. Like all my friends were like, oh, like because I was in like honors and stuff like that. All my friends were like, drop out, no thanks. And so I didn't have friends to support me. My family are like realists. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. My mom's a nurse. My dad went to school for engineering and works in a Hyundai car plant, and they are very much realists. Nobody wanted to support me. So I got my first customer after like 2.5 weeks, and it was me begging one of my guy friends to get some exfoliating peel because he had bad acne. And then something changed, and I started telling my coworkers what I had. I took keto energy while I was at work, and 2 months in, I went Ruby. So like my first month in, nothing really happened, and then my second month, I enrolled 5 distributors, which is what we needed at the time, and I went Ruby. Then I went Emerald 4 months later, and I had a job change. I had quit my part-time job when I went Ruby because that covered that. So there's my wish granted for more sleep, but I was like, why not keep going? There was a $5,000 Emerald bonus on the line. So I was like, well, I want $5,000. So 2 months later, I went Emerald. After I went Emerald, I was like, wow, I'm an Emerald now. Emeralds don't have to work to keep a $1,200 paycheck. And by December, after I promoted to Emerald in August, my paycheck went from $1,200 as an Emerald to $50 paid as distributor. August to December, $1,200 to $50. Okay, I think it might have been 51. Okay, like it was not okay. My now fiance had the crazy idea. He was like, "Hey, there's like this conference thing, and it's next month, and I want to go because he would want to go to Tampa. Like, I'll party it up in Tampa." And it landed on my 20th birthday, and I was like, "What is conference? Rich people go to that. The cute, skinny, rich people go to that, and they like get recognized for being rich. And I'm not going to that because I'm not even my rank right now." And he was like, "Well, too bad because I bought the tickets, I booked the hotel, and it's non-refundable." So literally, my whole business is indebted to Anderson, my now fiance. So we went to conference, and I left. 3 months after we left conference, we went diamond and got the $10,000 diamond bonus. So my entire team had quit because I stopped working, and I built a whole new team. I know a rock star. She went Emerald. We went diamond. And then I quit my job when we went diamond. It was the worst job of my life. And then right after we went diamond, my entire team quit. So it was the second time my entire team had quit. The entire team except for one person. She's still here, and she's a diamond now. My entire team quit again. And then I realized that I was listening to these like top leader calls, and it seemed like everyone was close with God. So I was like, all right, time to make God my homie. So I made God my homie. I love saying it like that because God is your homie, you guys. Like, he's not like, he needs to be like your friend, like you're in a relationship with him. God's your homie. And I traveled from Alabama to Dallas, Texas, like East Alabama to Dallas, Texas, with a 1-day heads up to surprise a bunch of my girls at an It Works Tried event in Dallas. It was literally like we had never been to Texas, and it was an absolutely insane decision. But we stayed with a friend for the weekend, and I got to meet all these amazing people. I saw these like even more top leaders in person than like a smaller setting, because like the Tried events are a lot smaller than conference. So you're like talking to these like tippity top leaders like one-on-one, and it completely changes your life because you're like, wow, these are like real people who are like 20 years old like me. So then I went to another conference, and this was January of this year. At this time, my fiance and I had lost 80 pounds and 43 pounds together. We had branded ourselves as the Floyd Hustle. We'd grown our business. We were still not maintaining diamond after going diamond because I was rebuilding my entire team, and I just felt like I had this like bubble around me. I don't know how to, you'll understand in a minute. And so when we got to conference, 2 weeks before conference, Cammie Pentecost messaged us and said, "Hey, you want to be on stage for your weight loss results?" And I was like, pooping my pants, yes. And so we got to talk to him in front of like 20,000 people as a diamond not maintaining, guys. Normally the people who talk in front of people at conference are VIP and above, usually VIP elite, which is presidential diamond and above. And I got to speak to 20,000 people as a diamond not maintaining. So you guys, you can literally like accomplish anything and do anything you set your mind to. Like literally our goal was to talk, like have our results shown at conference. And that's what we did. Like, we put in the work, and that's exactly what we did as a diamond not maintaining. And then we rebuilt from the bottom up again because like everything had fallen apart again. So this is the third time the team fell apart. And then in March, we just kind of decided, you know, we went to Texas one time. We kind of liked it. So we just kind of like 15 days notice moved from Alabama to Waco, Texas. And we had never lived on our own. And I was kind of like, wow, like I gotta kick this in gear because I'm living on my own for the first time at 21 years old. So, and then as soon as we got here, shit hit the fan. You guys, like, shit hit the fan. I have a military family. You're gonna have to excuse my language. Do you want me to go in like slight detail to explain shit hitting the fan?
Yeah, girl, go as detail as you want. Like, you do you.
Okay. So this was March this year. What were we in now? May? In March, we moved to Texas. First time ever on our own. That's already stressful enough as is. It's like a 13-hour drive from where we're from. As soon as I got here, my double diamond and my triple diamond upline both told me that they were done. And they're like so close to me, like they're supposed to be in my wedding. So it absolutely crushed me. Nothing, you know, against them or anything. Like I still love them to death. I still talk to one of them, and I have like the best intentions at heart for them. But it absolutely crushed me. Like I bawled and bawled and bawled, and I was like, I don't know what to do now. Like, these are my people. Like, I've never experienced It Works without them. I've gone to every conference with them. I stayed with them the first time we ever went to Texas. They're most of the reason why we moved to Texas. And I was like, now what? And so I got with my double ambassador diamond upline, who was my next closest upline, which was very intimidating. And we FaceTimed, and I was like, what do I do? And she's like, you go double diamond. And I was like, I'm just maintained emerald for the first time in over a year. And she's like, yep, but you're going double diamond. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I borrowed some of the belief that she had in me and in my team. And I used it. And I told our team that we were going double diamond. And now at this point, it is about April. And I made my own team page for the first time because I'd always piggybacked off of their leadership. I'd never been like a full-blown leader myself because I always piggybacked off of my double and triple upline because that's like kind of like what you do as a diamond, like, and and it's just how I'd always known it. And I picked up the others who had, like, I contacted the other people who were still left underneath them, those who quit, who were not underneath me. And I was like, hey, like, we got to do something. We got to get together. Like, we can't just like let this go. Like we have to keep going. So I'm really glad I did that because I would be lost without them. A few of them are on here right now. I saw some of you commenting. I love you guys. And then while we're in April and all of that just happened, and we're transitioning into being our own leaders and deciding we're going double diamond and still having just moved out for the first time on my own at 21, I had a really big Facebook incident. I ended up losing about over 1,000 friends. I consider this a really big part of our promotion because I'm a Facebook enroller, you guys. I can't remember the last time I enrolled from Instagram, and I've been in this business for 2 years. And I was almost at my 5,000 max, and now I am currently back down in the 3,000s because someone made a really mean post about me and a lot of my team members and my sidelines who are also under Courtney Vogel and people under Cheyenne Knox. Like, it was people that I went to high school with and grew up with. And they blew it out of proportion, like so big. It had like over 600 shares, so many comments, like it was huge. And I ended up getting like death threats and stuff because of host to post, because of a giveaway we were doing that they were calling a scam. And I'm like, we all put money together. I don't understand why they're doing this. I feel guilty because these are people that I grew up with, that I like used to hang out with. I have pictures with them, like people that I grew up with. And it's affecting all these other teams that are sidelines of mine. Like, I felt so guilty on top of receiving like death threats from people that I had no clue who they were. My inbox was like flooding with people I didn't know. I literally had to block over 1,000 people. I deleted Facebook Messenger for a day because I couldn't take it anymore. And one of my girls who's been here since the beginning logged in and cleaned everything out, made sure my eyeballs wouldn't see anything more before I re-downloaded the app again, both apps, Facebook and Messenger. And then I was like, okay, like, I guess I just need to focus on Instagram now, because host to post in Facebook is how I literally run my entire business. It's how I grow my network. It's how I get new people. As you can see, my story is really long. I'm so sorry. But I was like, okay, I guess I just have to like be an Instagram enroller now. And yeah, like literally people were telling me to walk in front of cars. Like they were like, I hope you rot in jail. I hope like you get killed in jail. Like all sorts of stuff, like real stuff. Like, and a lot of my girls were affected by this too. Like, it's not just me. And they're on here. Like, it was not, I felt so freaking guilty, you guys, because it's literally a girl I used to like go to the gym with, like that kind of friend. So then after about a day of me being like, okay, I guess I just need to focus on Instagram now. Like, just need to take a break from post to post. I was like, I cannot keep hiding behind the bad things. I literally was just like, I can't keep hiding behind the bad things. So after I had gotten myself physically sick, I was like vomiting, shaking all day, every day from stress and anxiety. Like, it was so bad. Like, this was literally last month. This feels like a year ago. And like, this is like the second time I've told this. Some people ended up quitting. Like, literally we went through all the different trials that you can go through, like, and teams lose people all the time. Like, but it still hurts when some people leave, like people that you have gotten close to, or like people that you really saw a lot of potential in and they just quit, and you're like, why? And it seemed like every distributor that we were signing up, as soon as they joined, like, it wasn't just me, like it was my team. As soon as they joined, their parents were like, no, stop, cancel your account. And that's how it seemed. Like, literally it seemed like everything was like coming at us. And I decided I was worth more. I decided my people were worth more. And I remembered that about a year prior, I had decided to make God my homie. So I really poured into myself with devotional books. I was listening to Stephen Furtick constantly. And I just kept telling my team how much I loved them. I made a huge shift last month and telling my team, like, hey, I love you if no one else has told you today. And like, I love them so much. Like, even if they weren't on here, I'd be telling you guys, I'm obsessed with my team, the people we adopted and the people that like are actually like on my team. Like, I call them like my ducklings, my chickens, my nuggets. I call them all sorts of stuff. They're my people. And making that shift of falling in love with my team 100% and telling that, like, really rallying them and saying, like, we can't let all of this stop us from like doing this. Just we went from 7K volume paid as Emerald in March to like 17,600 volume paid as double in April, and we had like 20 promotions on our team, not including our adoptables. Shout out to you guys. They know I call them my adoptables, but I love them so much. And it was literally like a God thing. That's what I can say. And just doing everything with love. And now we are in a way better mindset. We are so strong. It is insane how, because of all of that negativity we witnessed, the small things like, it's a scam, they don't bother us anymore, like, at all. But yeah, that's my story. And now we're going triple next month, and we're like planning to have like 5 or 6 diamonds popping.
Oh my gosh. How many of you, can you guys just put a 1 in the chat if you were so thankful that she was so freaking vulnerable and just so open about everything she went through? You guys, so many times when we're working our business, one person leaves a negative comment, or one person does something, or one little thing happens and we feel like the sky is falling. And not that I want you to be like, oh yeah, like, it's always been worse, but like, look at what she went through and she still made it happen. I'm not saying that your heart doesn't hurt sometimes when people say some things, but you can pull through it too. You always can pull through it when you keep your mind on the prize and you go to God and you're like, man, I don't know what the heck. I can't even tell you how many prayers I've went with God, and I'm like, listen, I don't know where this is going to come from. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up tomorrow. when life is hitting you hard, but he'll get you through. That's it. So, okay. I also love that you said it was your fiance for the reason that your business exploded, because that's kind of the same with mine, because I wasn't doing anything and he was like, but like, can you get your life together? Like,
he was like, he's not afraid to be like, yeah, I'm the reason. And he's like, he literally is like, I lost 83 pounds and you lost like 43 pounds. So it's me. I'm the candy. Like,
I love it. Okay. So obviously a lot of things happened last month. What changed in your mind that helped you go from I'm not even maintaining my biggest rank to I'm gonna go get that back and then promote again? What helped?
so I am a very, very blue and red. Like, I'm literally like 50-50 red and 0% yellow and green. Like, literally. So, I mentioned how for some reason, like, I went diamond, you guys, and, I told you my team fell apart right after we went diamond in April of 2019. Literally 1 year later is when we went double. That entire 1 year, the only time that I was paid as diamond was the month that I promoted. And when it became April of 2020, I was like, I cannot go longer than a year. Not even like, I was like, we have to promote. Like, I was like, I cannot be embarrassed like this. I was like, my team doesn't deserve this. I was like, I cannot. It had been a whole year, and I was like, I cannot keep doing this and just like being like, I'm a diamond. No, I was not a diamond. Like, my rank in eSuite said diamond, lifetime rank, but had it said ever like paid as diamond besides the month that I went diamond? No. And I was tired of feeling like a phony. And yeah, losing rank happens, but when it lasts for a whole year, it gets old, and you're like, okay, I have to change some crap. And also the fact that they left, I am so red. This is gonna sound so bad, but I was like, I wonder how they would feel if they and they're still my friends, but I was like, I wonder how they would feel if they like saw I promoted right after they left. And that was literally, I can't lie to you guys, like, that was a huge push for me. I am so like competitive, and like, I told you so, and like, I can be so sassy, and that is literally a huge reason why I was like, we freaking have to, like, we have to. And that's a huge reason why.
Yeah, you guys don't be like, obviously have an emotional why that drives you, but also don't be afraid to have like a different why. Like, she wanted to kind of like prove herself wrong, or prove them wrong and prove herself right. For me, going triple, this sounds so dumb, but anyone else that's a double and has been to conference as a double, I want to sit on the dang floor. That's a really dumb thing.
Great shit. Oh my God.
It's a big thing, because I'm like, I don't want to sit in the dumb comfy chairs. Give me a plastic chair on the floor. Okay? It doesn't need, I mean, obviously, yes, the emotional whys are going to drive you for sure. But sometimes you got to have a little extra, something, and like a little top leader band. Like, give me all of it. Okay? Like, you got to have something else that drives you. So, okay. People are dying to know, what does your daily task list, daily routine look like?
I don't have one. I'm just, you guys, I am a pet mom of a dog and 2 like crazy ass crackhead cats. And like, I don't have any kids, and he works full time during the day. And so when he's at work, this is kind of a routine, but it's like, when he's at work, that's when I work, besides Zooms. Like, that way I can pay him attention, because men are needy, and like, like, you just have to, I balance it. So when people are like, how do I work this around like my relationship and stuff, I'm like, if they work when they're at work. Like, it's like common sense to me. But besides Zooms, I like lay down the law, and I'm like, dude, like, it's an hour, like, leave me alone. And they get it. And he put up with me not being diamond. Hold on. Let me, gosh, I clicked Siri, and so I just got my first MacBook right before we moved, you guys. Thanks, it works. And I'm still like trying to learn it. Oh my God.
How many of you are thankful that she was very real and was like, I don't have a routine? Because I know for me, I used to feel like I had to have the perfect routine where I was like, okay, from 9 a.m. to 9:15, I'm journaling. From 9:15 to 9:17, I'm drinking my coffee. Anyone feel like that? Where you're like, I feel like all these top leaders have like the most perfect life with the perfect routine. Y'all, you don't have to. Listen, I don't even know. I don't wake up at the same time every day. I don't even know. I really have to work on it because we have a puppy and they need routine. I'm bad with routine. I don't like green. I don't like to green any part of me. I like organizing. That's it. But the thing is, like, you don't need to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect routine where you're like, okay, from 10 to 11, I'm doing host to post. No, you do. You know what you need to do, and you just got to get it done sometime in your day. That's it. But keep going. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's like it's okay. I also wanted to say that like this was like part of like going double. I forgot to say it. I literally have my story written down. If you guys didn't realize, my story is a 30-minute story. So I forgot I wrote down like literally to go double if you are pushing for anything. Like I have a very strong relationship with sidelines. Like it's how I got to know Courtney. Like literally, like I am in so many like big old group chats with a lot of other diamonds that are not in the same downline like as me. And I thrive knowing them. I'm blue. I love my people. I love my friends. Like, please be my friend. And to go double, I had to mute my friends because there were other people pushing double and other people pushing like triple and stuff. And I had to mute my friends and I had to mute people like on social, like on Facebook. You can mute people's posts or whatever. You can click unfollow on Facebook and it'll keep you from seeing their posts. You can do it on stories on Instagram. I had to mute all my sidelines' Instagram stories so I didn't watch them and all their enrollments because a lot of us post our enrollments because monkey see, monkey do. If someone sees someone else buying your coffee, someone else is going to buy it too. And I just had to mute everyone. And besides Courtney, my double ambassador upline, and my downline, because I was literally like, okay, all these other people are soaring through this, and I had to remember they're not going through what we went through. You know, everyone's promotion story is different, and everyone goes through crap when they promote because that's when the devil attacks. But I was like, I cannot. Like, all these people are enrolling 15 LCs a day, and I'm not a mass enroller. So muting people, if you have to, will change everything for you.
Yeah, if it's not serving you, get rid of it. Honestly. Like, there was a girl who, I want to say this because for all of you that are newer and you see someone that joined either before you or like around the same time as you or after you and they promoted, I want to tell you this. I'm not going to name any names, but it took me 16 months to go executive. 16 months, okay? And I saw someone go executive before me and she joined months after I did. And I remember being like, what the heck is wrong with me? Like, why did she promote to executive? What's wrong with me? Okay? If you have ever felt like, what's wrong with me? Why did she promote and I didn't? I want you to know I am now a double diamond and my fiance is also a double diamond and that person is still executive. Okay? Just because you're comparing yourself to someone in that moment does not mean they're better than you. And if you feel anger seeing their posts or irritation seeing their enrollments or promotions or whatever, it's okay that you feel that because it's normal, but just get rid of it for now. I'm not saying you have to block them for the rest of your life, but for the couple days that you're working on promoting, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Okay, so where would you say all of your customers are coming from? Host to post? All of them?
Yeah, literally. Or we've been doing a thing lately that one of my sidelines, she's going triple this month. Her name is Murphy. She is a boss. I'm obsessed with her and I brag about my friends all the time. Like I love my people, okay? Literally, like she said that they go on a desktop or like a desktop version of Instagram, so like going on like Safari and like going to Instagram. It works best on a computer. But we would literally, we went on, and my team just now started doing this, and I haven't introduced it to all of them, like just a few of my leaders, like when we were on work Zooms. We went on our desktops, we went to our Instagram DMs, because Instagram is now compatible to work on with desktop. We scrolled back like anywhere from like 30, like 20 to 30 or 70 to 80 weeks ago in our DMs. And we like scrolled and scrolled. Like it takes forever, but it's so worth it, you guys. We took a message, and I'm sure you guys probably have it, but I will send it in the chat. Hold on.
If you want to message it to me on Facebook, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
That's probably easiest. Unless you have a different way.
When I hit copy on my phone, it'll paste on my computer. I'm learning MacBook. Okay.
Oh, heck, I didn't even know that.
So I'm sure you probably have seen that message, but we scrolled back and we literally hit copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, like 100, 200, 300 times. And Instagram doesn't block you from messaging on the desktop version. So sending that message from people we'd already messaged before, it's not going to their request most of the time, like usually. 2, they've seen my name before, so they're like, oh yeah, I've like heard this, I've seen your name. So they're gonna open it. And then also I cringe at the old messages that I sent like 80 weeks ago. So it kind of like if they had replied to a previous message, I just sent it. But if they hadn't and they hadn't seen it or they left me on read or whatever, I clicked unsend on the other one. I don't care that it sends a notification, like what the hell ever. And I resent that one to people that I contacted so long ago, because that's like, it's just so clever. Like, just try it. And you can send, I remember Chloe, she's probably on here. We were sitting on work Zoom and we tried it out. And she sent like, how many, like 200 and something within like 25 minutes, 293 in like 28 minutes, like without stopping. And we got so many potentials right then. It was insane. So if you haven't tried that and you're pushing for a promotion, pull that out, please. It's insane how well that works. And I can send the whole conversation to Courtney after this so she can send it to you guys. But that's an amazing way. But other than that, it's host to post on Facebook.
Yeah, and you guys, there's like 12 billion videos on host to post. Just go on YouTube. Like, there's nothing crazy. Just do the host post, get them up every day, be consistent. It'll come together. Okay. How are you signing your distributors?
Instagram host to post. Just live off of host to post, you guys. Like, that's how I grow my market. That's how I sign everybody. Instagram host to post and Facebook host to post. I can send it in the chat, but I love doing this for Facebook host to post. And if you have not made an application, like a work from phone application, I put mine in the comments, and half the time it's the person who posted for me that fills it out. Instagram host to post, I'm sure there's like videos on it on YouTube, but it's really just having people post a slide for you, like a picture slide.
Yeah, you guys, every single training video that you get on, we'll go with that. I think that's the right grammar. That you get on, you're most likely not going to hear anything you've never heard before, but a lot of times they just decided to do it more than you've ever done it. That's why they have bigger results than you do. And I know that hurts to hear, but it's the truth.
And you can also post an Instagram like host to post reach out message instead of the HSN coffee message. On Instagram, like if someone has ignored your like product message, or if I've sent them the HSN copy message before, I'll send them like, hey, I'm giving away a Louis Vuitton. Like, you want in? And they'll reply to that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. So just a couple more things. If anyone else has any other questions, put them in the chat. Someone said, is that last message for Instagram? No, that is her distributor host post for Facebook. Jessica, the application they are filling out is a work from phone application. YouTube, how to make an influencer application, and you will see that. I think, did you just put your application in there?
Yeah, you guys can literally, like what I did, what everyone does, we literally like copy paste like the big fancy part, and we plug in our story and then put the same exact questions that we do. It's so freaking easy.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you say your biggest aha moment in the company was?
So our first, I've actually had a couple, and I want to like tell you all of them, honestly. Our first was the first conference when I went, and I was an Emerald maintaining. By the time I had gone to conference, because I was so embarrassed about my $51 paycheck, I'd gotten it back up to an executive paycheck at $223. Insert income disclosure here. And when we got there, we were sitting in the stands and we saw people being recognized for their weight loss results. And we were like, we want to be those people next year. And then like we were like, wow, like those are like literally like regular people. These products really work. We're not using them properly. We're not eating properly. We're not moving our bodies. So we got serious about it. And like that's what took us to Diamond when I started posting, like we're getting serious about ourselves, not even showing results of ourselves, but saying like, we're on this health journey. You'll want to do it with me. And people will jump on the bandwagon because, again, monkey see, monkey do. If they see you taking your life seriously, somebody else is going to be like, I need to get my life together too. So that was our first aha moment. And my next one was, okay, this is going to sound, I don't know how this is going to sound. The next conference. So I literally, my team that was there teases me because we got there early. I'm getting like vomity at this. But we got there early to check in. Like as soon as we arrived there, we got there early to check in. And I was like walking up there and I was like literally in joggers, a really bad yoga bra that had my boobs at like my belly button, and like a t-shirt and Converse. And we walked up into like the entrance to the arena. I love those bras. I'm wearing one right now. Literally, we walked into the entrance and we were trying to go check in. And as soon as we walked up, someone came up to me and said, "Are you Caroline?" I was like, huh. And I have really bad anxiety. Like I'm medicated for it. Like I don't hide it. I have awful anxiety. And I did not take my heavier anxiety medication before we walked up there. And I was not expecting this. And every 5 steps, my team who is on here can vouch. Someone came up to me and was like, can I take a picture? Like, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture? Are you Caroline Floyd? Can I take a picture with you and Anderson? Like it was either me and Anderson because of like our weight loss results and stuff. And we hadn't even like talked on stage or like whatever. But I realized how the other, like I was a diamond not maintaining while I was there. And I realized how the other top leaders felt knowing that they're real humans and they're millionaires and people are asking them to take pictures. And I was like, people are asking me to take pictures. I'm not even making like a lot of money. I've made like an impact somehow. It freaks me out. I don't know. But, and I really don't want to sound conceited saying this because my team knows I hated it the whole time. I was like shaking and like, can we please get out of here? But, and if you're one of the people who like hugged me or whatever, like I love you, I promise. I was just overwhelmed. Like I don't want to sound mean, but oh my God. It showed my team, like my team knows how normal I am, what a dingus I am. That's like my favorite word. My team knows what a dingus I am. They know I cuss a lot. They know I don't eat well, like a lot of the time. Like they know like I fall off the bandwagon. They know all the struggles that I have. We hang out on Zoom with my crackhead cats, and they saw other people being like, "Are you Caroline Floyd?" And for me, like me experiencing that and them experiencing that, I really hope it showed them what a normal person you can be while making an impact. And then like also, I don't know how to explain, like realizing that the millionaires who get that kind of attention are feeling just as weird as you are, like as I am. And it's like, it just made me realize what a normal person they are. And I was like, wow, like if they can be rich and get this attention, I want to be rich if I'm getting this kind of attention. So that was another aha moment. I didn't want to sound like conceited saying like people were saying, can I take a picture? But it really freaked me the hell out.
Oh my God. I had 2 people ask me to take a picture with me at conference and I was like, you know who I am.
So awkward because they don't tell you their names. I'm like, can I at least know your name?
One of us like, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, okay.
Now I tell my people who were with me at conference last year, I was like, that's going to be you next year. You're going to walk up there and you're not going to know people's names and they're going to be hugging you and like shaking.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. Okay, so what would you say if someone's brand new and they don't really know what the heck they're doing, but they want to be successful? What tip would you give them? And then we're going to end with tips for people that are like working on promoting. So this is a tip for a newbie.
Stop freaking out I don't know if she's on here. I got on FaceTime with a girl today that I didn't enroll, but she's on my team. And some people said like something about this being a pyramid scheme to her. People like on her dirt list, like the people that she thought would like support her. And I it was so, for some reason it's hard for me to like put the words together to be like, I'm not trying to insult your people, but obviously they're not that educated on what a pyramid scheme really is. And I explained to her the difference, and I literally read the definition off of Google, and I was like, please don't listen to meanies, because half the time they're really ignorant. So that's my biggest tip, because I've been through it with the meanies, and they are so freaking ignorant. You need to honestly feel sorry for them and say a little prayer. Don't try to inform them of anything, because usually ignoramuses are like, I don't want to hear it, I'm right, and they're not going to believe you. So just block them or just drop the subject and move on.
Yeah, I remember, you guys, some people when they start, they struggle so hard with someone in their family not supporting them or one of their friends talking down to them. Guys, when I started, my grandpa asked me if I had bail money set aside for when I got arrested for what I did. Okay? Everybody has those people. You are not alone. You're not the only person that struggled with someone that commented and said like, oh, you did that too? Like, oh, not you too? Guess what? Those people that are being mean to you are never going to come to your house and be like, hey, can I pay your bills this month? Hey, like, can I send you some money? I know you're struggling. No one's going to do that. So you have to just work for it anyways, because you know what you're doing. That's like, you know what you're working towards, and that's it. I like the boomerang. Hopefully I don't look stupid. It's fine. Well, I probably look stupid. It's all good. I look dumb.
Gallery view, so nobody's, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're going to end it with, what would you say to someone, if anyone has any other questions, put them in the chat, but what would you say to someone who is wanting to promote this month and they feel like they're too far or they don't know if it's possible? What would you say to them? Because there are 4 days left, including today, 3 not including today.
So last month was a shorter month, and I was like really pissy because I was like, if we just had like one more freaking day, like I was literally pissy about like there not being a 31st of April. And on the 25th, I believe, like pretty positive, like last month was a whirlwind, pretty positive we still needed 6,000. And we had 5 days left. And I'm not a mass enroller. And I didn't know where the shits was coming from. Sorry. I was like, what the shit am I gonna do? And so again, I remembered that God is your homie. He would not. I've been preaching this to my girls who have been like so on edge this month about their promotions. And I'm like, look, dude. So in case you forgot, God has already like written out every single thing that's happening in your life. It's already written out. He would not put this in your path if he didn't already literally already make you the steward of what you are giving, what you are receiving, what you are teaching. Literally, he would not even put this in your sights if you weren't the one that he meant to do this. So I can be really hardcore and be really like, I want to prove them wrong and be really cussy and stuff. But dude, God is one amazing man. And he is going to be blessing your efforts tremendously for the next about 4 days. And lay your hands on your chart. Pray out loud in the shower. Pray out loud all the time until you feel like a crazy person. And then once you're in the crazy person stage, keep praying out loud, and you won't feel crazy anymore. And remind your team how much you love them. Love goes a long way. It goes such a long way. And their enrollments will start flowing. Post on your Facebook and your Instagram how many orders away you are, constantly updated. I'm sure you've heard this before. Go live and tell Facebook. I literally went live and I said, I need you, Facebook. And I was like, I cannot do this without you guys. And if you can't help me with buying one product, will you put up a post for me? And I was like, comment this if you can put up a post for me. Comment this if you can, if you want to place an order. It was so freaking transparent. And I never once said, I am going double diamond. I was constantly saying, we are going double diamond. It's a we thing. You're not going Ruby. You're not going Emerald. You're not going Executive. You're not going Diamond. You're not doing it alone. Like, you are not. And even if your team is not working, you're still not doing it alone, because it's a we thing with the big man. We are promoting. We are accomplishing this. It's an us thing. It's a we thing. It's not you. So take the selfishness away. Focus on your people. Love on them. And be so transparent about how far away you are. And stop looking at the 4-digit numbers. Even if you have like a Ruby box, like a whole Ruby to build, 2,000. Let's say 2,000. Even if you have a whole Ruby to build, don't look at that 2,000 that you need. 400 blocks at a time. Please look at the 3-digit numbers and the 2-digit numbers. Stop looking at the 4-digit numbers, because those will intimidate someone faster than you can say amen.
Oh my gosh, it's so true, you guys. A promotion can come together no matter how far away you are. The month that I went double diamond, we needed 3,000 BV on the last day. And I had one worker. One. Put a 2 in the chat if you were less than 3,000 from your promotion. Less than 3,000. Okay. Hear me when I say this. You can still get your promotion done if you decide that you're going to. You need to work like it's all going to come from you. You need to pour into your team like it's all going to come from them. And you need to pray like it's all going to come from God. Okay?
Oh my gosh, I just got so many chills. Woo! Say it again. Say it again.
Okay. You need to work like it's all going to come from you. Pour into your team like it's all going to come from them. And you got to pray to God like it's all going to come from Him. You have to do all three. You have to do all three. But it can come together. My face is getting bright, right? Because I'm like hot and bothered, because I know there are so many people on this Zoom that are like, oh, I'm like 1,500 from Diamond and I'm so far. Oh, I'm 4,500 from Double and it's never going to come together. I'm sorry, what? No, that's not true. I don't care if you need 3 distributors and 2,000 BV to go to Ruby. I don't care if you have 0. I don't care if you have nothing for your Ruby chart. You can still go Ruby this month if you decide to put the work in and you decide to love on your team and talk to your upline and say, hey, what the heck do I do? Put the action behind it and then pray and ask God to bless your efforts, because you guys, it is so much fun to watch a promotion just come together where you're like, where did this come from? How did this come together? It's so cool to look back and say, whoa, I don't even know. Because you guys, promotions, it's never going to come easy. It's never going to come where you just wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, I just went double diamond. That was so cool. Like, I didn't even post once this month. That was great. No, that doesn't happen. You have to do it. You have to put the work in and be okay and ready to put the work in. So, I don't know. I just went on like a preacher mode, but it's fine. It's all fine. What else? Like, do you have any other thoughts? Anything else you want to say?
My last thing is, you guys, please don't stop communicating with your upline. Even if it's like, even if you are like intimidated by your upline, there are people on here, I can see them right now. There are people on here who tell me like they don't want to bother me. Please bother me. I don't know how many times your upline has to say freaking bother me, bother Courtney, bother your upline. If you are not, we think you're not putting in effort. We think you're not working, because we don't even know how to contact you and be like, so are you working? Are you trying to get, did you get up at least 2 hosts to post? We don't know how to communicate that without coming across like a B word. So please communicate with your upline. That's literally like, communicate with your upline. And then if you don't have an upline to communicate to, communicate with your downline. If I go a day without talking to my people, they're like, apocalypse.
So true. You guys, I was called out from someone yesterday and she said, I feel like you play favorites on the team. My first thought to that was I got pissed. Okay? Because I don't. But here's the thing. My attention goes to people whose attention is on me. Not that they're just watching me, but the people that are in my inbox like, hey, can you help me with the host to post? Hey, can you help me with this conversation? Hey, I'm thinking about doing this post. Can you help me here? And I'm not saying use your upline to answer every single question that you've asked them 47 million times. I'm saying use your upline to help you grow. So if you feel like you need more from your upline, talk more to your upline. Talk more to them and say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm trying to do. What's your advice? Your upline cannot help you if you're not helping yourself. We are not mind readers. I don't wake up at 2 a.m. and been like, okay, so this person definitely needs help today with an opportunity post. I wish I could do that. I wish I was that powerful, but I'm not. I wake up and I'm like, I just want coffee. That's my thought. That's where we go. And then I think about edible cookie dough. Okay, it's fine. It's all fine. Like, just do the things. If you are on here, okay, I have one more question for you, and then I'll end it, I promise. What would you say to someone who is holding themselves back? They know what to do. They know how to do it, but they're not doing it. They're not keeping themselves consistent. They're not keeping themselves disciplined. For whatever reason, they're not doing what they know to be doing.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Are you ready? Are you guys actually ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I mean, I'm ready. I don't know about anyone else on this Zoom. There's 76 of us, and I think everyone else is just like dead. But I'm ready. Timoni's ready. We got 2 people ready. That's all we need. That's all we need.
All right. Stop being so damn selfish. Do you realize the people's lives that you could be touching right now that can't keep their lights on and are hanging sheets like Jake freaking Hooper was, and you're not touching their lives because you don't want to post today and you can't come up with something? Do you realize because you didn't get up at least 10 hosts to post today that you didn't tap into someone's network that really freaking needed this opportunity more than you do? Stop being so selfish. You know what you're capable of. You know what to do. And if your only upline is the Duns, I saw like 5 people say this. If your only upline is the Duns, the only reason that they cannot contact so many people who are in their downline, because their downline is so freaking massive, they use YouTube to pour into their team because their team is so big. YouTube is the only like platform that they can use to get a hold of all their people. So if you need your uplines who are the Duns, go on YouTube. Every single thing that they would tell you is on YouTube. Every single time that I'm like, what the hell do I do? Because I literally like do not want to bug my double ambassador upline because she's my immediate upline now. I either ask sidelines or I go to YouTube or I sit there and think, what would Courtney tell me to do right now? Before I do anything, I go, what would Courtney tell me to do right now? Because my immediate upline right now is Courtney Borvogel. Okay, she just went double ambassador. Okay, it's not someone you want to just bug constantly. Even though she loves it when I do, just like I love it when my team bugs me. She wants the best for me, but I'm like, I know she has other priorities, and she doesn't need this screenshot that I don't know what to do with. So I'm like, what would Courtney tell me to do? Okay, yeah, sorry. Stop being so damn selfish.
It's so true, you guys. There are so many dreams and hopes that are tied to your work ethic. So many. Put a 3 in the chat if this business has given you something. Something. Whether that's money, friendship, hope, a relationship with God, anything. You guys, imagine if the post that caught your attention, imagine if that person didn't post that day. Imagine if they didn't talk to you. Imagine if they decided they were too tired that day. God is using you to help other people. God is giving you those dreams in your heart for a reason. God did not tell you, whisper in your heart that you can go diamond if he didn't already have the entire road trip planned for you. But I saw Cheyenne Knox post a week ago, or I don't know when ago, but she said, you can't ask God to guide your footsteps if you're not willing to walk or move them. Something like that, along those lines. You guys want all these big, miraculous things, and you can have them, and God wants them for you, and he has a plan. But he cannot help you go diamond if you're not helping yourself post every day. If you're not willing to do the host to post and the interacting and the adding to your network. Your goals matter. Your network matters. God has so many people here for you, but you have to do the things so that God can get to them. through you. You are a vehicle for God to move mountains in people's lives. So the days that you don't feel like working, think of the person that needs this. And then think of telling them, sorry, you're not worth it today. I'd rather sit and watch the next episode of Riverdale, or I don't know what shows are like popular right now. We'll go with Riverdale. Because I feel like I saw you post. I only said Riverdale because I know I saw your Instagram stories. I was dying laughing. I was dying. But you guys just do the dang thing. Because by doing the dang thing every single day, you will one day wake up and say, holy crap, I'm living my dream life. Holy crap, I'm no longer putting $1.22 of gas in my car. Holy crap, I'm leading a team of amazing people. I get to help so many people. But to get to the other side that you dream of, you have to be putting the work in. And guess what? I'm going to newsflash you real quick. There are going to be some months that you feel like you give it your all and your paychecks are not what you want. Okay? This business in the beginning, you're going to feel like you're putting a whole lot of work in for not a ton of money. But guess what? If you keep doing that same amount of work, month in and month out and day out, a year from now, you'll still be doing the same amount of work and your paycheck will be insane. Insane. So stick with it. Don't give up on yourself. Know what your why is and commit to it every single day. Find a way to keep yourself going every single day. So final thoughts, last thing you want to say, hit us with it.
So I'm going to be calm for this last one. Maybe you guys can hear me with my calm voice. But God's a really big man. Super big. Like big, like we don't even know like how big. He's not even like you get what I mean? Like huge. Okay? Really big man. Very powerful man. Okay? So when you're expecting God to bless your efforts, you have to remember to meet him halfway. That's going all in plus some for you because he's a really, really freaking big man. And you have to take big action and big steps to get to his halfway. Like for him to bless your efforts, he can't just come to you and be like, blessing. He can't just come to you and be like, here's your customers that came out of nowhere that you weren't even friends with on Facebook that just messaged you wanting to buy $200 worth of products. He can't do that unless you are literally busting your butt to meet him halfway, because his halfway is different than me going and meeting Anderson halfway across the house, like in the middle of the house. It is way different. It's a lot more steps. It's a lot more prayer. It's a lot more. He is more than you. He is bigger than you. And in order for him to bless your efforts, if you aren't seeing blessings yet, it's because you're not working hard enough. If you want him to bless your efforts, keep working really, really hard. You will start seeing the blessings coming when you're putting in the immense effort because he's waiting for you to come to him. You have to come to him. He's already there waiting for you at the halfway line.
Oh my gosh, this was so good. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Drop like a thanks or 4 in the chat or something. If this just like filled your cup, this is exactly what you needed. We hit you a little bit hard with some red, but we also poured into your heart. So I hope you guys have the greatest night ever. Finish your promotions. Finish the promotion. Run to that finish line and then run through it. Make it happen. It can come together. And I'm just so thankful that all you took the time to hang out with us tonight. And I hope you guys have the greatest end of May 2020 that's ever possible. So bye.